What is this? Let me close this. So, shall we talk a little bit about the um, the industry, the self-help industry? I really feel that they, it, that industry has made a really big mistake when it comes to mindset. So I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. The self-help industry made a big mistake about mindset. Why did they make a big mistake about mindset? If you've been trying to fix your mindset and you still feel stuck, well, let me tell you why. Is this probably is a really important video for you to see. By the way, I'm Lenny Wennerstrom. I'm a certified self-talk trainer and a life coach. And so the they've been selling you, this self-talk industry, they've been selling you motivation, not transformation. So what's transformation? Let's talk about mindset is a symptom, it's not the source. So where does mindset come from? I'm just going to really quickly share the how this cycle works, and let me just give you the way that it rolls, because I'm going to give you three different things, three different points. But the first one is mindset is a symptom; it's not the source. And I want you to understand programming. Your programming is the very beginning. If you think about your brain as a very amazing computer, off the charts. Like there is nothing like it. If you listen to Bruce Lipton or Greg Braden or pretty much anyone, Caroline Leaf, you'll understand how powerful, how very powerful the brain is. And even if you know a little bit about neuroplasticity, which is what I absolutely love, and that is the brain's ability to rewire itself. So mindset is a symptom, not the source. What is the source? The source is the programming. So the programming creates it's going to create your attitudes. It's going to create you first. It creates your beliefs. So where do your beliefs come from? They come from your programs. If you were, let me just give you a little story so you can understand, or a little analogy. If you were born in the Middle East and you were looking at the United States, if you were born in the United States, and then and there were two of you, say there were twins, and one of you was taken off to the Middle East, and then all of a sudden that person, and you guys meet up, say 25, 30 years later, do you think that the two twins, the two of you, are going to have the same beliefs? And are you going to love are each of you going to love your country, or maybe hate the other country, or be fearful of the other country or the other people? I just want to shine a light on how that works. So that just helps you to see that these are programs, and one programs you to have certain cultural beliefs and values and things that are part of that culture, and the other does the same with theirs, and social norms and all of that. So just to show you, so programming comes first, and then we go to, and then that creates the beliefs. The beliefs create your attitudes. Like, how do you feel about these things? And in the sense of your attitudes around everything, which creates then your feelings and your emotions about it. And then creates your, um, that creates your behaviors and your actions, which then create your outcome, your output. So your input, your programs equals your output. So it goes all the way from the programming. Then as we go across that chain, I think the chain might be going this way for you on the video, but that is going to create your output and your behaviors. So it's really cool when you understand that that mindset is not all that it's chopped up to be. We are constantly told, change your mindset, shift your mindset, make the changes. And how do you make those? You can make those changes. You can make those changes really easily, because state of mind, you literally can shift your mindset and say, I'm no longer going to think like that. But let me explain something about neuroplasticity. And one of the rules of it, that the ability to change your brain, the rewire your brain, your brain is constantly changing, and that is repetition. If there isn't repetition, you're not going to change. Your brain will not change. You have to feed it repetition. So I just want to give you that because that's really important. So if you're constantly saying, I can change my mindset, and then every day, or multiple times a day, and you do it for, 21 days to change a habit, right? Or 30 days, 60, 90, then that's repetition. That's not just a temporary shift. You literally have changed. So mindset is a symptom. It's not the source. It's where the change starts. It's where it shows up. The real driver is your subconscious programming, and that's what creates your thoughts, your emotions, and results on autopilot, which is what I just said. So point number 2, you can't think your way out of programming. You can't have positive thinking. That's just not going to help you. I mean, it might help you for a moment, but positive thinking is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about neuroplasticity, which is your brain's ability to rewire itself all the time, especially with the repetition. So we were told to journal, to think positive, but we weren't taught how to rewire the identity that keeps looping those same beliefs and those loops. And you can think about it in your, when I say self-talk, I'm talking about that voice, that little voice that is constantly in your head telling you that you can do this or you can't do that. And a lot of times it's like, that's not possible. You can't do that. Let me just share with you that by the time that you are 18, and if you have grown up in a reasonably positive household, you were told no, what you couldn't do, what couldn't be done, at least 148,000 times in a reasonably positive household if you grew up in that. So you're already going against, you're already programmed with what can't be done, or what you can't do. And I'll just tell you this right off the bat, you were born with unlimited promise and potential. And then you got programmed. And that's what we're talking about, kiddo. We're talking about your programming. So the this is the thing about these things work for a little while. I wrote down my notes here, but um, the looping the same beliefs, so they work for a little while, but then they fade, because mindset shifts, they don't stick if the identity who you think you are, say you are, see yourself as, if that doesn't change, none of that's going to stick. So I just want to make sure that you know that. And then point number 3, self-talk. That's the missing link. And that's what I'm all about here, to help you to transform your life. I really want to make sure that as you move through life, you understand that it is the way you're thinking, how your life is right now, it is not your fault. It's not your fault at all if things are not going well. But once you understand neuroplasticity and the power of self-talk, the power of neuroplasticity, your ability to change things, the programs, then it becomes, well, did you just choose not to explore this further? Or is this something that it's not important to you? So um, I'm just telling you that the secret sauce, the secret is your self-talk. And you can change that. You can change that self-talk. So what actually rewires your brain is a language you hear and you speak every day. And that's what we're talking about, your self-talk. So that's what programs the subconscious mind. By the way, 95% of your programs, you don't even know what they are. They're in your subconscious. You're only dealing with 5% of your subconscious mind, and about 30%, or actually less, about 23% of your conscious mind, of the programs. Most of the programs in your subconscious mind, most of the programs in your conscious mind are self-sabotaging, they are harmful, they stop you, they hold you back, and this is what happens. So the self-talk being the missing link, the good news is you can change your self-talk. You can change it by repetition, by the words that you say to yourself, what you say when you talk to yourself, that little voice inside of your head that a friend of mine today said, that self-fulfilling prophecy. So the self-fulfilling prophecy, why is that a self-fulfilling prophecy? Why does that come true when people say, oh, I'm going to be doing this by the time I'm this age, or that'll never happen for me, that'll never ever happen for me, that can't be done, that can't be done. And then That won't ever happen for that person. That won't get done by that person. And a very good example is someone who constantly says, "I don't know, I don't know, I don't know," and pretty soon that's their standard answer. You might know someone who does that, and pretty soon they they don't know. Their brain says, "Oh, you want me not to know?" So that's I'm not going to know. So anyway, that is really that's how you change your self-talk. So if you're tired of doing all the self-help work and you still feel like you're missing something, you're not. You've just never been taught that self-talk actually shapes your identity. It actually is your programming. You can change your programming that create your beliefs, that create your attitudes, which create your feelings and your feelings and your emotions, which create your behaviors and your actions that you take around that, which create your results, your outcomes. You are in charge of your programs. Now that you know about neuroplasticity, now that you know about self-talk, that you can rewire your brain, that now you are in charge. Now you have the magic key. So, anyway, this is why I created a free self talk quiz. I hope that you will absolutely love this. It's not your typical quiz, it's quick, it's fun, it gives you instant insight into your self talk style and what has been running the background of your life, like where are your programs. It will really help you to see where your programs are. You'll discover your self-talk style, like the observer, the performer, the self-critic. Like, already, do you know the rewirer? Do you know which one you might be? And even the adorable animals that are representing those. So I think you'll really like that. The owl, the dolphin, they're so, so cute. It is very, very revealing. This quiz is very revealing, and your first step to rewiring your brain with self-talk that actually works. And it'll give you the how-to. So you can take the quiz. You can take it right now. It is in the description. This is live, so I'll put it in there right then. And that's what we got. That's the story. So you can you were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed, and you can change those programs. And I want you to know that you can do, be, change, have, create, become absolutely anything. You can excel in times of change. You can change your programs. You can live the life that you really want to. And that all starts with rewiring your brain with the programs with neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself and to change. And plastic for a reason, neuroplasticity, plastic meaning malleable, changeable. It can do all that. So now when I have said, it's not your fault, those programs, feeling like a victim, or that things aren't going right for you, or that can't be done, or I'll never have enough money, or I'm too shy, I'm too timid, because these are programs, by the way. They're not character traits or personality. You weren't born shy. People might say that, but you weren't. These are programs that are running. So I hope this has been helpful. And again, right now I say that's not your fault. But if you choose to not rewire your brain, if you choose to not take action, if you like the way you are, good job. Those programs, you've got good programs. If you like the way it is, but if there's absolutely anything you want to change, to believe in yourself, to have a healthy self-esteem, to have the financial resources that you know that you want to have and that you feel like maybe you can. All of those you can. You can have all the financial resources that you want. You just have to know that you can, and you have to know that you are able to create that. You have the creativity. You've got the brain power to do that. And if you don't think that you can, that you're not creative enough to find something or get into a job, the career that you want, have the health that you want, or any of those things, then it's only your programs that are, again, stopping you, holding you back, and sabotaging your efforts. Think about weight loss. Like, when do you go and just run to the refrigerator and have a whole pint of ice cream or 2 pints? I've never done that. But anyway, it is all your programs. truly, I promise you. So again, I believe in you. You can do this. You can do, be, change, have, create, become, absolutely anything. I love you so very, very much, and we will see you in the next video. Let me see if I can turn this. Let me see how I turn this off. I think I do it right here. Okay. Oops, I'm getting my finger over that. Let me see. Oh, I'm done. All right. We'll chat. See you in the next video, and see ya. Take the quiz.